Hello there and welcome to our continuing journey through the book of Job in Lent. We started on Ash Wednesday with chapter 1 and we are now at chapter 19. Chapter 19 into the 20s tomorrow, which will be almost halfway. We've been going through the book of Job, hearing about Job's devastating situation and the people who come to try and help him. We've been continuing our journey and we are now entering the second line of the fourth arm. We're going to be, in 2 days' time, we're going to be nice and symmetrical again, and we'll see where we are as we head right towards the middle, and Easter Day will be chapter 42 of Job. Chapter 19, though, today, and we're going to find out, yesterday we heard about how Job's friend Bildad came to speak to him. Bildad was, well, not an optimistic person and sort of was just really talking everything down and making Job feel even worse than he was. And we'll see what it is that Job has to say. Job is in that situation where he is in this massive depression, and he is speaking words out of that depression. Bildad was trying to speak words into it and was really badly empathizing with where Job is. Now we'll find out what it is that Job has to say in response. So this is Job chapter 19. Job said, "How long will you torture me with your words? Isn't 10 times enough for you to accuse me? Aren't you ashamed? Even if I have sinned, you haven't been harmed. You boast of your goodness, claiming I am suffering because I am guilty. God is the one at fault for finding fault with me. Though I pray to be rescued from this torment, no whisper of justice answers me. God has me trapped with a wall of darkness and stripped of respect. God rips me apart, uproots my hopes, and attacks with fierce anger as though I were his enemy. His entire army advances, then surrounds my tent. God has turned relatives and friends against me, and I am forgotten. My guests and my servants consider me a stranger, and when I call my servants, they pay no attention. My breath disgusts my wife. Everyone in my family turns away. Young children can't stand me, and when I come near, they make fun. My best friends and loved ones have turned from me. I am skin and bones, just barely alive. My friends, I beg you for pity. God has made me his target. Hasn't he already done enough? Why do you join the attack? I wish that my words could be written down or chiseled into rock. I know that my Saviour lives, and at the end he will stand on this earth. My flesh may be destroyed, yet from this body I will see God. Yes, I will see him for myself, and I long for that moment. My friends, you think up ways to blame and torment me, saying I brought it on myself. But watch out for the judgment when God will punish you." That's the end of chapter 19, and Job does say to Bildad, he says, "Look, I'm in this situation, not you. You stand there and everything you say judges me." That's what Job says, and I feel a judgment which has been placed on me, and what's worse is that judgment just doesn't feel just, and I don't know what it is that I've done to deserve this. That is what life can be like sometimes. I'm sure we've all been in that situation where maybe someone said, well, life is unfair. That's what people say when we say it's not fair. People say, well, it isn't fair, and that's what it feels like to Job. That's where Job is, and it's a really amazing description and example really of what it's like to be in that situation. But even there he does recognize that God is God, and that God will raise him up at the last day, and that he will then get his chance to speak to God face to face. In a sense, that's why he longs for that moment, to be able to understand what it is that really has brought him to this situation, because he knows it's not through something that he's done, even though that's what all of his friends are telling him. That's Job chapter 19. Join me tomorrow for chapter 20, where we'll find out what Zophar has to say in his second speech, the third of the comforters getting a second go. Join me then into the 20s, as I say, almost halfway. Join me then and we'll find out what happens. Job chapter 20 tomorrow. Come and see me then. All the very best. God bless. Bye-bye.